This relates to more news. You had Biden pardon his son, Hunter Biden. There's a report, which is, that's his son, so he's going to do that. And Trump is, hypocrisy. But Trump has been pardoned of all his offenses. So, but, both sides a bunch of hypocrites anyway, no matter of speaking. What other reports? You had a report, I was looking at a redirect report talking about Putin politely and sternly warns Trump relating to his coming presidency. He's pretty much warning, saying, be careful, watch your back, in a matter of speaking. And what that really means is you're a target. And Trump knows that because he embraces it. Now, he knows he's a target. You know what I mean? He knows that. You know what I mean? So that was a warning relating to that. You had Trump also threatens relating to 100% tariffs relating to the BRICS, not to interfere with the continuation dominance of the continuation of the dollar, which BRICS is going to do what they want. BRICS is going to do what they want, and really both sides are just playing on that beast, man. It's a stage, man. The world's a stage, man, and they all performing on it, man. So that talks about that, and report talking about China relating to farms. You had report Elon Musk talking about kind of being the advisor, or really the main player relating to decision making with Trump. Some reports said he's kind of like the unofficial president. So I heard one reporter, somebody said that talking about these 4 years, is a possibility. He might, he might not make through the 4 years or whatever. That was their opinion, but this is going to be a very interesting, 2025 to 2029, 4 years. So. And then it's talking about his transitional, like having ones who are opposing relating to his transitional team. There was a report out a few weeks ago, and pretty much he's getting people that's loyal to him on who's in the same mindset as Trump, who are loyal to him, man. So, and he's getting rid of people that are not going to be. You have Project 2025, which is pretty much a lot of things that goes on that's not going to benefit a whole lot of people. Scripture talks about, woe to you who write unrighteous decrees and grievous to whom they are prescribed. And that the decrees goes to the statute, laws, policies. Policies are parts of that laws. Who are grievous to ones who are prescribed, which is the majority of the people, specifically a certain category group of people who the unrighteous decrees were set for them anyway, to be unfair, unbalanced to them. So the scripture goes into Daniel's 8, where he talks about changing times and laws. Let me get it real quick. KJV. Seven and 20, I believe? Let me see. 7 and 25. And ye shall speak great words against the Most High. That's the ones in power. Blasphemy against the Most High. Boldness against the Most High. And he shall wear out the saints of the Most High, which are the prophets, and think to change times and laws. Change times and laws, because what? The earth has been given to the hands of them, man. For example, Job 9:24. They're in the position and in the position of power to what? Change the times and to change the laws, man. Revise and change, man, laws if needed, man. They have laws on the books. They don't even execute to enforce, man, but they have them on the books. So anytime they want to enforce those laws, they can, because they always been on the books, man. They just haven't been enforced, man. And they shall be given into this hand in the time and time. And that goes to, he's going to be in the time and time where he's in the position of power for a time and season, man. And dividing of times, man. For Esau's end of the world and Jacob's the beginning that fall. Now you see in the beginning the age of his rulership ended, man, because we come into the end. Scripture talks about things will continue to increase. Evil shall grow even more. Second Ezra 14 is quoting it. So, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. His dominion, which it goes to his rulership, is going to be taken away. He's not going to go beyond the bounds which he has passed. Job 14:5, man. The scripture talks about in their heart, you know what I mean, their heart, that's in Revelations 18. Their heart has, let me read this verse. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it into the end. That's his rulership. Revelations 18 talks about, I shall sit a queen and shall see no sorrow. Revelations 18, and that's the ones in power. Job 49:11. Their inward hearts, Psalms 49:11. The inward thoughts that their houses will continue forever, man. You know what I mean? And change the names, man. We'll get the scripture. You know, so they believe they're going to be staying in the position of power forever, man. They really believe that, man. And really, the Lord put that spirit on them to believe that, man. Because scripture talks about in Job, the deceive and deceiver are his, man. So that's what that goes to. 18:10. Revelations 18 and let me see. I just seen it. Here we go. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, man. For she said in her heart, which is her mind, I sit a queen, and I am no widow. I shall see no sorrow. So that's the pride. That pride has deceived her, man. Believing that I'm God. I have a megalomaniac type narcissistic personality. And even the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, can't take me out. I'm powerful, even powerful than him. So that's the mindset relating to the ones in position of power. They believe that. The Lord put that spirit on them anyway. On a deeper aspect, he put that spirit on them. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and shall be utterly burned with fire, man. That utterly burned with fire relates to ultimately these missiles coming here, man, burning America. These nations turning back. Yeah, these things that are in the Bible, man. They're in code, man. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people will never understand that. It could be right and hidden in plain sight. You know, that's why the Christian churches, the Bible is always there, for example. Just not to go off topic too much. But the mysteries were always there, hidden in plain sight. You know, me talking about different things. It just wasn't, you know, it wasn't made manifest to be known at a certain time. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and shall be utterly burned with fire. And the strong is the Lord who judgeth her, man. That's Babylon. Babylon represents modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. modern day, aka America, man, because this is the new Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the new, fast forward, the new Egypt, man, through the regeneration. You know what I mean? The ancient Rome, this is the new Rome, through under new management, man. And the kings of the earth who committed fornication lived deliciously with her. That's these people who are complicit with her, man, where they benefited off the related to the philosophy, the ideology, and things of that America has pushed and passed on to, where it benefits them handsomely, especially financially and otherwise, man. So they lived off, and they benefited off of America, off of making money off of her. Coming over here, she's that merchant city, man. So they make money off of her. That's why they come over here and achieve that American dream. Part of the American dream is getting rich, being famous, or having a nice life, man. So that America offered that to in a falsely way, in a matter of speaking, but they benefited. They were complicit to that. So the kings of the earth who committed fornication lived deliciously. So they committed adultery. They committed heinous acts. They were complicit. They were accomplices, man. And lived deliciously with her, and shall be well. So they're going to receive that judgment with her, man, and lament for her. So these nations that were complicit, they're going to lament. They're going to mourn for Babylon when they see her destruction, man. You know what I mean? And shall see the smoke of her burning, see her from afar off, see her, and they're going to mourn because they're not going to be able to benefit off of her, make money off of her, etc., man. Standing afar off, fear of the torment, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, in 1 hour thy judgment come. All the years of historical building off the backs and bloodshed of a certain category group of people, the Lord's going to destroy this place nicely in 1 hour, man. You know what I mean? It took centuries to build up this, using a certain people as cheap labor, bloodshed, and different things, using these people. But now the Lord's going to destroy it, man. You know what I mean? But and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, and no man buyeth her merchandise anymore. You know what I mean? Because she's going to be non-existent, man. They're not going to be able to benefit off the goodies and off the benefits that they have off of Babylon. You know what I mean? These nations are slowly turning away from her. You know what I mean? The nations are mad, man. You know what I mean? Even the allied nations are turning. And when Trump comes in there, you know what I mean? You think the first term was that was a warm up. The second term, TERM. The second term, that's going to be the real one, man. That's when Trump is going to go off, man. In a matter of speaking, you know what I mean? A lot of things could happen that term, man. Psalms 49, get that. Their inward thoughts, which is their mind, is their houses, shall continue forever. That's their rulership. And dwelling places to all generations. And they call the lands after their own names, the ones they conquered. For example, Africanus Scipio Africanus, who took over related to Africa, First, Second Punic Wars, fight against Hannibal. He named that land after themselves. Were taken over related to Africa, man. Aramango Vespucci, namesake for America. Different other names that they took after, man. The lands they invaded, they put their names on those lands and also take the identity of those people and make them them. An example of that, the so-called West Asia area, man. Scipio Africanus, man, which was a Roman emperor, man. He took over and conquered during the First and Second Punic Wars. Took over that and named it after himself, Africa. You know, he took over those lands, conquered, and took over those places, man. So those lands they take over, they call them after themselves, man. Back to the news. Before I get to that, go to Daniel 8. Go to Daniel 8 real quick. 8th chapter. Yeah. 8 and 25 would be now through his policies. Part of the policies are the statute, laws, and decrees. Policies are part of those laws, man. Remember, he's in a position of power, man. And also, he shall cause craft to prosper through the making, the development, the inception, the architect, pretty much the arts and crafts of those laws. They're going to cause it to prosper. It's going to be enforced, and it's going to be enforced because it's in his hands. Job 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24, the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. So through his policies, he shall cause craft to prosper. Through his policies, through his laws, through his statute and decrees, they're gonna prosper. They're gonna be enforced, and they're gonna be enacted out, man. A good example of that relating to the draconic measures. They're part of that policies. Not so distant future, that's going to be implemented. That's going to be enacted out, man. Certain things they have laws to do on the books. They just don't enforce it, but they can enforce it even through draconic measures. So they can cause it to prosper, to make to enhance, to enforce these things if needed, man. And he shall magnify himself in his heart. So he's going to magnify himself in his heart, which is mind. Remember, his scripture talked about his pride. Pride has deceived thee, man. So he's going to lift himself up. That goes to the arrogance of the ones in position of power. And by peace shall destroy many. So through the craft and prosper of these statute, laws, and decrees, which are going to be a guise of looking like it's very peace, in a peace mode, or in the optics of peace, he's going to destroy many, because these policies are actually going to be not beneficial for the ultimately. That's why the scripture says, "Woe to you that write unrighteous decrees and grievous to whom they prescribe." So these things that look like that's going to be beneficial or peaceful to many is going to be ungrievous to many. You know what I mean? So it's going to guise it. They're going to guise it to be beneficial, to be beneficial for the masses when it actually is not. And he shall also stand up for the Prince of Pieces, and he shall be broken with hand. Go to Revelation 12. Go to 2nd Esdras 11. Go to 2nd Esdras 13. For example. So next year is going to be an interesting year, man. You know what I mean? To say the least. You know what I mean? 225, 2025, and beyond, anything can happen, man. That's why scripture says, watch, for you know not when the hour is Son of Man. You know what I mean? Scripture talks about be sober, be watchful. Let me get it. Let me end it. 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant. So be sober, be serious-minded. Sober, vigilant, be watchful, because your adversary, the devil, is like a roaring lion waiting to he may devour. So he's going to come in a certain manner. Scripture talks about 59:19, raging like a river, man. You know what I mean? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil's going to come in great wrath, knowing, but he has a short time. He has a short time. You know, he's going to come like a lion. You know what I mean? And he's going to, like a raging flood, coming like a flood. So it's a mannerism he's going to come in. It could be in the guise through a black swan, unforeseen, unpredictable event from a carnal, even spiritual aspect. The Lord can use them to do different things, man. A psychop, different things. These are tactics where they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. It don't have to be in a form of always physical. It can be through different policies. It could be through different avenues, different venues, man. You know what I mean? So it can be, this devil can come in any way, man. You know what I mean? He can come through his laws, through a draconic measures, man. Through these so-called 225 laws. You know what I mean? So that goes to, it can go to many facets, man. Ephesians 5:15. All right, so scripture talks about, see then ye walk circumspectly as fools as wise. It goes to being sober, being vigilant, paying attention to what's going on, man. You know what I mean? Not being in a bubble like most of these people, man. Most of these people, they in the zombie zone, man. You know what I mean? 5:15. See that you walk circumspectly, not as fools as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil, man. Because we're in evil days, man. You know what I mean? That's why it says, watch, be sober. Hope this helps relating to information. Hope this helps overall. All praise Yahweh Shem Yashah Bashem Kakada Zayah Wolf. Hope it helps. The water to men and truth relating to truth and knowledge. The Zayah Wolf. I hope it helps y'all.